My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So this podcast is bringing you people from around the world doing remarkable things, whether they are entrepreneurs or not. They're doing something with their life. They're creating a destiny for themselves. They're being a pioneer in their own way. They're doing something remarkable. So today I'm joined with Ogochukwu to talk about. Ogochukwu, please explain to the audience, what is your story, what do you do, what's your vision, and what difference do you want to make in the world?
Okay, my name is Onyema Ogochukwu, and I'm from Nigeria, southeast to be precise. For the past few years, I found out that there have been a gap in the knowledge, there have been a knowledge gap with what the youth have nowadays. A lot of people are online, but most times they just spend their time online playing, chatting. They're not really harnessing the power of the internet. Actually, I started learning everything about online entrepreneurship, blogging, 2011, staying in high school then, and I was fascinated by it. But my mates, they couldn't really understand what I was doing or why I was so passionate about it. But I knew that I was there to make a difference. Try to educate them, but then I was not really popular or rich, so I was not really getting anybody's attention. So I started learning about blogging. I found out that I could write well, so I felt that I'll go through the blogging route. But I didn't really know what it entails to open a blog or run a blog. So I checked information online. I checked job morals, boost blog traffic. I checked Neil Patel's Quick Sprouts, and I found information there that I felt that was very useful. Back then, I didn't have money, so I could not start a blog then, but I just kept, that didn't hinder my learning process or stop me from seeking out new information of doing new things. So I started learning about blogging, gathering information, improving my writing skills. Then I started blogging on Facebook, but it was not really getting traction, so I stopped. But I continued learning. Then early January this year, I was learning about cryptocurrencies because there was a new craze of cryptocurrencies. People were not really interested, but I knew that it had potential. I knew that it was somehow the next internet. It's going to be the next big thing. So I started reading up on internet, on cryptocurrencies, trying to learn what it means and all that. Then January 17th this year, I saw an article on 99bitcoins.com that said how to spend your cryptocurrencies. Well, I didn't have any, but I was somehow interested in the article. I wanted to know what it was saying. So I opened up the internet, the post, and the first thing on the list was SteemIt. So I was like, what's this SteemIt? SteemIt, okay. I clicked the link. Actually, I didn't finish reading the post. I just clicked SteemIt, and it took me straight to SteemIt.com. I went through the site. They say you get paid to post and create content. I said, wow, that's very nice. That's kind of thing I'm looking for a while now. So I tried to sign up on that day, but I having some network issues. So I came back the next day. So on January 18th, 2017, I signed up for SteemIt.com and I started blogging. And then I found out that it was easy for me to learn into SteemIt because I've been learning about blogging and online stores for the past 6 years. And I found that if I stopped learning them because I couldn't execute, then now I'll find it very difficult to grow my blog and to write posts and do a lot of all other things. So I continued blogging on SteemIt.com. I told everybody around, they called me a SteemIt evangelist, and actually that name stuck. I told everybody about SteemIt, telling them need to get on this site, and they were like, how much have you withdrawn? But the fact that I knew that I don't know whether the listeners know about SteemIt or how it works, but on SteemIt, the more steam power you have, the more influence you have. So I was trying them that I don't want to withdraw my money now just simply because I want to grow my steam power, I want to grow my influence. Because the more steam power you have, the more influence. So they were like, when you withdraw, tell us, we'll see it through you, then we're going to sign up. Okay, I told them okay. But there's one thing about SteemIt. One I read about SteemIt now, as time goes on, it becomes increasingly difficult to make money. You have to work on your branding more before you actually start making money because more and more people are signing up. Based on the data I saw last week, I think they have up to 1,005 sign-ups per day, and that's a whole lot of people. And that number is going as the days goes by. So now, when I started withdrawing out, they came out, they saw the money, I showed them, I said, bought the phone, did a lot of whole things. Then I really got interested, and everybody started signing up. Everybody wanted me to run their accounts for them, those who couldn't block. And I was like telling them that this is a personal stuff, it's a personal branding. I can't run your accounts for you. This is not a MLM or a Ponzi site where you say, give me money, I'll sign up for you. This is actually your life. Because I take my blog as a life. My blog is a reflection of who I am. And it's not something I will sign somebody up and say, okay, be running a blog for me and stuff. I can't do that because you have to have a great connection with your readers first before you really know, before they can actually get something from you. So they started signing up. I introduced some people, some are really doing well now, but now they still feel intimidated. Sometimes they check my wallet balance and they'll be like, oh God, you've made money. I say, well, the reason that I made that amount of money is that I kept at it. I worked hard. And I continued building my brand. I didn't withdraw my first few dollars. Going by my country standards right now, I'm a billionaire. But I found that it's not really, when I really got that money, I found that it's not really about the money, because you might have the money, and if there's nothing you are living for, you still feel empty. And this is what I try to tell them every day, that though I have this money, it's not really, I'm still feel empty inside because I've not fully achieved what I'm meant to achieve. Now, a whole lot of companies now, the successful ones, if you check them, you find out that they are where they are now because they solved a particular problem in people's lives. When you hear about Google, all people hear, oh, the Sege page is rich, but they actually brought out their life to live for something. To me, what Google did was they democratized information. They made information available for anyone who was out there, who needed to learn. They made it easy for you to learn. Right now, I'm so used to Google that any question that comes to my mind, or someone comes and say, oh, my laptop, this, that, I'm not a technician, but the next thing I do, I open a new tab on my browser and I type in the problem and I get answers. I've actually fixed computers for people, not because I'm a technician, because the information is out there, but people don't really know. They don't really want to they don't really know that it's there to take advantage of it. Even eBay, now a report came out last that Bezos was the richest man, though Bill Gates took over, but what he did with Amazon, he democratized commerce. He made it available. Anyone can own a store. You don't really have it's not really till you start building a shop or doing a store. You can sell anything you want from the comfort of your home. Those are the kind of companies that will keep on making money because they make things easier for everyone. They make it easier for people to actually live their life and do what they want to do. Now, when it comes to business, I tell people that if you want to get rich, you can go alone. But if you want to build a legacy, you have to take people along. Now, when it comes to SteemIt, what Atne did that though he's rich now, but he didn't start like that. And I said it to people too about my SteemIt blog. When I was opening my SteemIt blog, it was not, I knew that the money was there. I know we're going to make money, but I wanted to make meaning, because making meaning means you change the world. And when you change the world, then money comes. But if you actually set out to make money first, then you find out that, oh, I wrote a post today, I wrote another post today, it didn't make nothing. By the time a week goes by and I'm not making money on your post, you quit. I know how many people I produce to stream it, but they quit after the first week because they said that post weren't making money. I was like, bro, it's not about making money, it's about making meaning. You have to make meaning, you have to tell the world why you exist. You have to lend your voice to the online conversation so that people will really know you, that for who you are. Okay, they say that, oh, this Ogochukwu is from Nigeria. This is what it talks about. So, I myself, I believe in the freedom of expressions. I believe that people have the right access to information. That's what SteemIt does. It gives everybody a voice, everybody out there a voice to speak and talk who they really are. And I think the freedom of speech is one of the fundamental human rights that everyone is meant to have. And that's what Adnet did when he created SteemIt. He gave everybody in the whole world a voice. As far as you have a laptop, a phone, and internet connection, you could lend your voice to the online conversation. And things like this are not driven by it's driven by passion, because the person actually sat down and checked the problem that is going on in life people face, and okay, I could solve that. I could bring out something for that. There have been talks all over SteemIt this week that Dan is trying to take over the world with the EOS, with they call EOS the Ethereum killer, or they say that SteemIt and SBD is going to take over how we run business and how we exchange money everywhere around the world. Now, for one thing about SteemIt, I believe that it is grossly underestimated because now I can transfer money to your SteemIt wallet in just 3 seconds and the money gets there. Other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, you have to wait for 6 confirmations or 3 confirmations before the money gets there. So I so much believe in the potential of SteemIt. And it's not only about the money. I will be hearing that, but I didn't really know what it meant till I got the money and I felt that, oh boy, you haven't started. You have a lot of things to do. It's not about the money. Making money is good, but you have to change lives. You have to impact people. And that's what I'm learning. That is what I'm being learning every day and every day in, day out. I've been thinking, what will I do to help people? Because a lot of people don't know this. They just want to live life with the money. We'll go to Instagram, follow a lot of pages, millionaires, this, that. But I tell people that I know I have seen cases where rich people commit suicide. And they ask yourself, this will have everything. Why are they killing themselves? But I feel that that's just because they feel that their life, they feel they don't have anything to live for. And they just gone. Or even with all the money, the fame, they still kill themselves. So that's what I try. So the vision I have, trying to I'm currently working on my personal brand, trying to set up a blog outside SteemIt because I found that it's not everybody that's on SteemIt, and in order for me to reach other people faster, I have to create another online world or home where people can come, then I can point them to the right direction. Because if I'm trying to say, okay, I want to tell people, and I'm running only with my SteemIt blog, I'll not get to the amount of people I need to get because time is limited, time is ticking. The world is changing, the world is moving at a fast pace. So I'm currently trying to see how I can set up a personal blog because when it comes to Africa, there are a lot of amazing people in Africa, but some are amazing, but they don't really know it yet. They've not been given the voice. I use myself as an example. If someone told me by January that I'll be a millionaire by March, probably kick the person. I will not believe it. But I found out that giving a platform and a choice on a place like SteemIt actually gave me a place to express myself. It actually gave me a place to implement and test out things which I've been learning for the past 6 years. And that's what I tell everyone, that everything is process, takes process. Even though you can come up on SteemIt and make money, if you have nothing inside of you to showcase, you're going to gas out. You won't last a month because at first starting is hard. When I joined SteemIt January 18th, then from January to night, I pulled all nighters, learning, working, developing, testing, doing a lot of things. And I actually tell people that what you see in my blog is not. I tell people on SteemIt that complain about that how unfair the system is. I tell them that when you go to a person's post and maybe see a penny payout of $1,000, that $1,000 is not for the posts because there are actually posts that are better than that made nothing. That $1,000 is the goodwill on the person's self, on how he was able to brand himself over time. So that's just like a dividend to what you have been able to accomplish. That money, that penny payout is not for the post, but it's for the person. Because I know a lot of good writers. Hell, I'm a good writer, but I still make little. Still make little on post, but I know that right now it's not about the money. It's about building my personal branding. It's about lending my voice out there, and it's not a must that is on SteemIt that I'll make all my money. It can open up doors in other places I never thought of. I never knew that, okay, there's an opportunity here. Because before people actually give you something, they have to have a proof. They say, okay, what are you working on now? And I can show them my SteemIt blog and they'll see what I've done so far. And it can open a whole new opportunity for me.
Yeah, SteemIt. I really like SteemIt. When I first heard about it in June, I thought, let's get onto it now. No wasting time, no delaying, because there's no way it can be a scam or anything like that. Because you put no money down in the first place. But also at the same time, the flip side to that is it's a very underutilized platform and very underestimated, and therefore when you create stuff for it, the chances of building a community and being seen on these platforms is incredibly high. It's not oversaturated, unlike places like Reddit. So I think that's what gives SteemIt a really good advantage. My main critique is the website layout and some designs and functionality. It's a little basic in that regard, but considering it is in beta, hey, it seems to be doing quite well.
As regards the website, more work needs to be done because there have been reports of people losing. It happened to me twice. I typed in a post and I hit post, and the post disappeared. I looked for it on my blog, looked for it on the new page. I couldn't have, and it happens to me too. Even so now, when I want to post, I first copy out the post and keep it on a Word file. That if it's post, I say, oh, thank God. So, with regards to the site, more work needs to be done on the site. Well, they are still in beta, but they didn't know what to work on the functionality of the site. Sometimes you reload the site and it takes you back to 2 weeks ago, or one week. I have 1,000 followers now, but sometimes when I load the site, I see 950 or stuff like that. So it's as if the post is going back in the pages are going back in time, or they have not been properly updated. As regards the site, more work needs to be done on it before it can actually be perfect.
I've never really had any problems when it comes to posting on there. What is annoying, however, is you have to wait 5 minutes between every post and 20 seconds between every comment. That's slow and tedious.
I think that was put in to combat spam, because a lot of people, they just open up posts, they won't read it, they just comment back and go to the next post. It's comment. They're doing it so as to reach as many people as possible, so to see whether they can get followers. Even voting there's a 3-second windows on voting. You can't vote more than once every 3 seconds, because I found out that a lot of people are just going around trying to get as many followers as possible. But they don't know that that's the wrong way to build their personal brand. Because when someone drops a post and under 1 minute you have commented, it shows that you didn't read the post, that you just came to see whether you can get followers or achieve followers. And some actually go from post to post begging for followers. There's one funny thing about begging for followers. Those people you get from doing follow for follow, they don't actually vote your content or interact with you. To them, you're just another piece of statistics, or so they could tell someone, oh, I have 400 followers. Where you really know the value of following is when you post and check views, check upvotes. That's when you really know, amount of people we're following. Though I have 100 followers on SteemIt, majority of people follow me because I run a 50-word story contest of SteemIt. It has been running for 23 weeks now, non-stop, where people, newbies from reputation 25 to 55, they write short stories, 50 words. And most people followed me because of the contest. I know that. Because when I post something, the engagement is not really much in comparison to the number of followers I have. So I know that actually most of them either they're no longer on SteemIt, or they don't really want to connect with what I'm talking about. They just follow me because I run a contest. So that's what the same thing happens with follow. When someone follows you that way, the person will not really interact with what you're saying and gives you feedback or comments on your post. Because when you don't know anything about web programming and you do follow with a web programmer, you will not be able to interact with any of his posts because you don't know nothing about web programming. That's how it goes. And they're really getting serious on SteemIt now about people like that. Stellar Bell currently launched a new tag, one spam, and they're really dealing with those people that are doing stuff like that. Even those people that are opening multiple accounts to deep people, they're really flagging their accounts, removing all their earnings, and cutting down their reputation.
Yeah, the follow for follow strategy, waste of time, complete waste of time, because it's just skewing your numbers. You've got 1,000 followers, but 80% of them or 20% of them are just followers for followers. So they're not really followers. They're just there. They're not really going to engage. They're not going to view. They're not going to comment on your work. They're just going to follow you, and that's it. Do nothing else forever. So it's a bit of it does you a disservice to do stuff like that, which I find. Also, yeah, the 3. I didn't know about the 3-second delay on following people, because I don't follow too many people on the platform. And yes, it's for spam. 5 minutes thing and 20 seconds. In fact, about a month ago, in end of June, I believe, there was no time limit. You could just post as much as you wanted, and then they introduced it. I also find that the community on SteemIt are really good. The people on there, the engagement is really good. What do you think to the people on there?
When it comes to engagements, I found out that over time, when I started a series called Blockchain Blogger, where I teach people, because I found out that a lot of people on SteemIt, they don't really know how to write posts. And this is caused by the fact that everybody's coming for the rewards. Not everybody's a good writer. Not everybody really knows crafting a blog post, subheadings, sentences, and all that. They just come to drop a post in hope of making money. So I found that, and I started a Blockchain Blogger series where I teach every element of blogging and what it means to really engage with people. There are a lot of good people on SteemIt that really, one of my favorite people is at Enja. He stays in Florida. He's a very good commenter. I found out that you may write a post of 300 words and he can come and drop a 900-word comment on your post. And his comments are always on point. And I like him for that. While others can just come and say great, and this guy didn't read my post, he just dropped a comment for commenting sake. So when it comes to SteemIt, there are a lot of intelligent people on SteemIt. There are a lot of people that are actually doing works in their various places. As Firepower is currently running a philanthropy program in India, is introducing people to SteemIt, helping them, showing them this and that. And here in Nigeria, we started there's a new project. They call it the Big Waves Project. It's supported by Donkey Pong, and we now have up to 6 Nigerian curators, and they're actually working on Nigeria posts, checking Nigeria posts, or posting the ones that are votable, and it's actually encouraging people that are creating good content. Because one thing that helped me on SteemIt when I joined SteemIt on January. Then they were still running a query program where they upvote posts of newbies. There was a certain reputation. I think it was between 25 and 62 new Steemians. They voted their content and helped them get more views. So that really helped me then, because the thing about SteemIt, I tell people that tell me that, oh, I don't know where to start. When I started on SteemIt, due to the fact I'm an avid reader, I'm very well read. So I started writing short stories because I was still trying to figure out what can I do on this platform. But I didn't want to wait till I got the bright idea, because waiting cripples you. You actually have to start something. So I started writing short stories, posting stories every day, and that really was helping me with the upvotes. Then that was one of the things that inspired me to start the 50-word story contest for new Steemians, because I wanted to be able to give back to the new Steemians in some way. Because when I came in, it really helped me. So I was like, what can I do to help new Steemians? That's why I started the 50-word story contest, where they write story, and I restricted it. If you're above 55, in reputation, you're not qualified to participate for the contest. So as time goes on, I found out that, okay, I started looking around SteemIt, because one thing that can bring you out is solve people's problems. When you're able to solve people's problems, you're going to make a name for yourself. So I checked around SteemIt and said, what's number one problem people have? I found that one of the biggest problems new people have, that they don't really know how to write. They don't really know how to arrange their posts. They don't really know how to engage with their followers, how to respond. Now, everybody that comments on my post, I reply the comment, because I know that I try to appreciate every single person that interacts with my content. So when I found out, that's what led me to start the Blockchain Blogger series. Apart from that, I run other series on SteemIt. I run the Humans of SteemIt, where people come and share their story. I run the Rainmakers interview series, where I interview a lot of people that are working to the development of Steam. I've interviewed people like at Papa Pepe, at Good Grammar. So I found that solving problems is a way of branding yourself, because when people associate your name with a particular solution, it brings you out on top. And it also gives you more chance to impact more on their life. So that's why I started the blockchain blogger series, started teaching people, and over time, as I'm getting more consistent with it, my followership grew, my reader base grew, because sometimes due to the activity of bots voting on SteemIt, you can see a post that has 1,000 of votes. Then when you open the post, you see that 50 views, and you'll be wondering, there's a discrepancy. But I found out that there are a lot of bots on SteemIt, and due to the fact of StreamIt.com, where you can follow certain people on StreamIt, if you sign up on StreamIt.com and follow someone on StreamIt, if the person account votes on a post, even if you are offline, your account automatically votes on the post. So I found that there's a lot of discrepancy, but over time, the gap is slowly closing. More people are reading my comments, my posts, interacting. I'm now getting more and more comments, and I found out that it's because I don't neglect anybody. Anybody that comes to my blog and views my posts and comments, I thank the person. If the person asks a question, I reply the question, and I try to be of help to the person. Because one thing I've learned about Sim is that never look down on anybody. Because I know how I started, and I know when I joined, the speed of my growth even surprises me. But I found that it's because I was trying to help others. When you help others, then you find out that you're going to grow, because you're going to outgrow that level. Holding information keeps you in a spot, but when you share the information, you get motivated to learn more. And when this feedback and questions start coming back, you know that, okay, now I have to up my game because I'm getting stale. So that's what helped me to evolve over time. I keep learning every day. I read books. I read a lot of help materials to actually improve my writing. And one thing about branding, when you start branding yourself, it keeps you at the top of your game, because you want to always deliver to people. I don't want it to be a case when I write a post and someone come and say, "Oh, bro, your posts are getting bad," or stuff like. So it forces me to constantly improve myself and help me to link up with the best in my setting, in my field.
Yeah, constantly improve. You're in competition. You and I are in competition with each other. You and I
Yeah.
are in competition with everyone else on SteemIt, and everyone else on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and who knows, and Instagram and everything else. We're in competition for attention. People have only got 24 hours in a day, and yet there's exponentially more and more content being created online every day. And it's like, well, we have to find ways to capture attention, to earn their trust, and capture the demand. You mentioned, speaking of which, you mentioned comments and neglecting people or not neglecting people. You're definitely a good idea, because that's how you build the community. You create something out there, someone comments on it. Even if they like your content, always say thank you. I make it as a habit to always be the last person to comment, and never to be the one that doesn't reply. Because if someone messages something and you never reply, maybe it's a little ignorant. But if you always respond and they don't respond back to you, then it's like, well, at least you made an effort on your post, on the content you created.
Yes. And for now, I've been posting 2 times a day, but on Monday I made a goal to drop 4 posts. But by the time I dropped 2, the feedback was much, and I know that I have to wait and reply to people, reply comments, interact with other people. Actually, I didn't post anything yesterday because I was like, I have to, let me go out and read other people's posts. Let me go out and see what other people are saying to order to learn from them, because no man is an island. And I found out that if I just keep giving out information without going out to interact with others, things might be happening in the outside world and I don't have any idea of it. So I logged in yesterday, and for hours I went around my old posts, made sure I replied to every single comment on my post. I went out and read other people's comments on other people's posts and commented on it. Actually, something funny happened last week. I dropped a post on Monday. It made only $4. I dropped another one on Tuesday. It made only $3. That was $7. By Wednesday, I was discouraged. I was like, what's happening? But I went out and started reading other people's posts, uh, trying to get what they are talking about and trying to respond to them. Then I saw a post by at Stella Bell, and I read the post. There was one thing I tried to do. I never comment on a post I didn't read because I found out that if you do that, you don't know what to say. So I went to her post and read the post, and I commented, I dropped my own views and left. She came back and read my comment and she liked it and she upvoted it. And other upvoted that comment made $9 more than my last two posts. I was very surprised. Then on Thursday, as I was going around commenting again, I commented on another post. She liked it. It made $5. But by then, my name have already registered on her mind. She clicked through and went to my blog and read my other posts. She actually went through all my posts, read them, and commented on them all, and or voted them all. And by the end of the day, I was having an extra $5 just from commenting. And that's what I've not made with my last three posts. But I found out that I went out and interacted with people who come and tell me, I've been commenting, but no reply. But I tell them of the Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle. I tell them that 80% of your comments will bring you 20% returns, while 20% of your comments is going to bring you the 80% you so desire. So you can't say that, oh, I'm no more longer commenting, but you have to comment on, read and comment and interact. It might not necessarily be that person you commented on his post. You can come, another person can come to that post and see your comment and like, this guy knows what he's saying. Let me check him out. When I first joined SteemIt, I didn't understand this. I wrote a post one time and the post made $1. I will never forget that post. The post made $1. And when I came back and checked the post the next day, I found that someone has commented on the post and the person post made $12. I was like, what? But after a while, I found that, okay, it's not really about the post, but it's what can be value information like the person passed across. Yeah, so that's much time.
Yes, you mentioned earlier also that the people that are on the platform just for the money, and they're not getting the money, they're just chasing profits. But those that bring meaning to the platform and meaning through their content, they're the ones that will get the money. Do you think that those that are on the platform purely for the money, they'll be discouraged?
Well, for those, they tend to get discouraged faster because they heard about these social media sites where you earn, and they come in there and found out that they are making less in comparison to other. When I told my friend about it and he visited SteemIt, he landed on the trading page. He was seeing posts that made $2,000, $1,500, and it was, bro, at least if I post something, I'll make at least $500. And I was like, no, it doesn't work. Those guys you see there are the people that are actually branding themselves the best. That's why they're on the trending page. But coming to think about those that are on SteemIt for the money, they can still make the money, but if they are not patient, they won't last long. Because one thing about SteemIt is this: nothing is certain. Even with the number, even if you have 5,000 followers, there's no guarantee that your post will make money. It might be the wrong timing, or you might post it when majority of your followers are maybe because different time zones. You can post it in the night when they're sleeping, and by the next morning, your post is already dwarfed by 100,000 of other posts. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of variables that are at play when it comes to SteemIt. So those people who feel that they are coming for the money, they will have to actually bring out capital and buy Steam and power up their accounts. That's the best solution to them. So if you're coming in to say, okay, I'm coming here solely to make money, then the best thing for you is to buy as much Steam as possible, power up your accounts, and know that we're just here for the curation rewards. Because due to the fact on Steam, you can make money by just voting on other people's votes. And that money is shared based on Steam power. So if you can feel that you're just here for the money, then you can power up your account and just comment only. Then if you feel that, okay, because the thing about Steam is that the higher your Steam power, the more followers you have, because people want to come nearer to you to get upvotes from you. They can still stay there and maybe drop periodic posts, and if the number of your followers works out, they can still make the money they want. But one thing about making money is that even though you make the money, you still have to know that you still have to solve something. Making money is not enough. Anybody can make money, but if you are not contributing to the online conversation, then you're not relevant. You can be rich, but your voice won't be heard.
Yeah, you got to have a purpose and a vision, a strategy. Some behind what you do. It's like a guiding star with everything you do, and it sets the standards for your principles and everything, and all your activities and your priorities. But as we begin to wrap this up, what is it you're working on now?
Okay, just like I said, I'm actually in training with a media company now. We're trying to set up a media company to teach businesses in this part of the world, because I found out that people have not really harnessed the power of the internet and also social media for their businesses. There are a lot of businesses here that if they were online, they'll be able to reach a lot of whole people more. So I'm currently we're a group of 7. We recently put money together and downloaded a lot of tutorial videos from lynda.com, and we are training ourselves. Everybody has their own part. There's a graphics designer, there's a website developer, there are people like me that are content, and we're working more on trying to learn SEO, a lot of things that actually help position these businesses better. So we're currently in training, and we are hoping that by the end of this year we're able to set up the company and start enlightening people of the power of the internet to harness their business. So over time, it's going to evolve because it's a media company. Just like I said, as time goes on, you see more things that are meant to go into and help. But for now, we're starting with that. We're trying to teach people the power, fully enhance and tell them and teach them that this internet is not just for Facebooking or WhatsApping or that it can actually take your business and what you do to the next level. So what we're trying to do is teach them the power of the internet, the power of social media in making you heard and improving your business.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds great. That's the way the world's going to go now. The internet, nothing but the internet, and being online and connectivity. It's amazing what's going to happen for the next 15, even 30 years. 30 years from now, we'll look back at 2017 in general and look at how basic, how primitive, how caveman this is. It was amazing. But what is the best way for the audience to get in touch with you?
I have a Twitter account my Twitter handle is at Ogochukwu. I'm also on Instagram at It's Ogo.
Do you not have a website?
No, I don't. I'm still working on my blog right now.
But Ogochukwu, it was great having you on the show.
Yes, it was great being here. I'm very honored by the interview. I'm very happy that you chose to interview me. I'm very, very glad. Thank you very much.
It was great having you on the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen at home, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it if you're on YouTube. If you're watching this on SteemIt, however, don't forget to follow me and give this post an upvote. Because, no matter which way you found me, there are plenty more blogs, plenty more videos, podcasts, and such to come. How cool is that?